In recent months, it has become commonplace for champions to defend their crowns once every few months. Roman Reigns was one of the few who had few title defenses in recent years. Logan Paul also had a very small pool of title defenses. And now that the Judgment Day is in focus, the absence of the World Tag Team titles title defenses. The tag team titles were regained by Finn Balor and JD on the June 24 episode of Raw from Incredible Truth. Furthermore, since winning the title more than 2 months ago, the Judgment Day has not yet made a single defense of their global tag team titles. Finn is not denying the truth at all, and he's even taking advantage of it. He posted a statement on Twitter about how they had gone beyond 72 days. As champion who has never had to defend their championship. Finn's caption made reference to the fact that they weren't working harder, but rather smarter. Finn is therefore playing into and enjoying the fact. However, some supporters are understandably furious about this circumstance. How come the tag team winners can't go 70 days after taking first place without a solitary title defense? Some fans are quite interested in knowing the response. And it appears that they provided the justification lately on Raw and didn't downplay the information in the slightest. Kofi Kingston informed Adam Pearce that the Judgment Day hasn't yet arrived, maintained the titles in any way, and stated that he desires a title bout for the coming day. Adam Pearce stated that there would be no title defenses on the Judgment Day and suggested, and for the past few weeks, he has been attempting to convince them to defend the crowns, but they have been dodging it and not standing up for it. Thus, it would seem that the plot justifies the absence of title defenses. The Judgment Day has simply been making every effort to reject and evade it. Furthermore, the whole thing does give Adam Pearce the impression of being a weak authority figure. As general manager, he is in charge of the program. He cannot permit skill to dictate if and when they defend their championships. Pearce must assert himself and take charge of his superstars, make every effort to persuade them to comply with his wishes, even if he needs to threaten to take away their titles in order to get them to stand up for them. Just take action to regain control. Because of this, Adam Pearce's general managership appears to be lacking in strength. If he's permitting the Judgment Day to pass without raising any title defenses. Thus, based on the discussion Adam Pearce and Kofi Kingston had, it appears that he will begin to assert himself, but only time will tell. A title defense shortly after the Judgment Day, possibly in opposition to the subsequent day. During a recent appearance on Insight, Drew McIntyre talked extensively about one of the major Triple H adjustments that has had a significant impact. According to Drew, Triple H is enabling more in-depth character development on television. He is allowing performers to submit additional concepts for their personas and actions within narratives. Drew claimed that recent evidence and proof of this can be seen in his own character. When it comes to Drew's character under past creative teams, there wasn't a lot of depth. However, when you look at Drew's present character, it feels really well developed, and we get to learn more about the character's motivations and ideas. Thus, Drew is a good example of a character who is only beginning to explore new dimensions under Triple H. However, what do you think of the stories from today? Please feel free to comment below, subscribe with all alerts enabled, and hit like if you found the content interesting. I appreciate you all watching, folks. Cody Rhodes successfully defended his title against Solo in a steel cage, but Roman Reigns showed up when the Bloodline started attacking Cody inside the cage after the match. Roman came down to the ring, climbed into the cage, and started taking out the Bloodline. This was all revealed on the USA Network's Friday Night SmackDown premiere episode, when it was revealed that Solo and Jacob had also fought and desired to take on Cody and Roman in a tag bout. Cody stated, "Nick, I want nothing to do with the Bloodline." Cody then started assisting Roman as the two stood side by side. "The lineage is no longer an issue for me. I'm done with it. Roman now has to deal with it. Then, with a contract in hand for the tag bout, Roman and Nick Aldis entered the ring. This is when something very interesting, or, some would say, disturbing, happened. It appears that Roman had substituted Paul Heyman with Nick Aldis, as we can see above. After this incident, Roman made the hand motion he typically used to get Paul Heyman to hand him the microphone, but instead he made it with Nick. Nick is presently the general manager of SmackDown, but it's possible that he may be moving up to become Roman's new manager. This was shared on social media by Paul Heyman. Now that it's official that Cody signed the contract and that Roman has replaced Paul Heyman with Nick Aldis, what are your thoughts? Do you believe Roman has actually replaced Paul Heyman with his new manager? Jacob fought too against Roman, and Paul Heyman was dressed in black and appeared to be very upset, almost crying. Some fans claim he posted this because he is in mourning. Nick Aldis, please share your thoughts with me in a remark. Now it appears that Chelsea Green, the self-described Princess of Pain, is getting ready for a torturous foray into an uncommon wrestling stipulation, a dumpster match, on the WWE SmackDown program from last week. Thanks to an unprettier, Green sent fellow Blue Brand star Myken falling into a garbage can. As expected, Green afterwards took great pride in her deed in a post-show interview on WWE SmackDown Lowdown. Unfortunately for Green, former SmackDown general manager Vicky Guerrero's presence interrupted her party. Guerrero appeared on SmackDown for its USA Network season premiere, joining a number of other superstars who did the same that evening. During their interaction, Guerrero expressed her enjoyment of Green's use of the trash can, to the point where she proposed that Green and Myken have a trash match. To Green's dismay, Guerrero's concept was approved by current SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis, who called it fantastic. The date of Myken and Green's fight has not yet been announced. In any case, Green claimed that he wouldn't be able to attend. However, Myken seems to be accepting the need, writing bet, Vicky on X, formerly known as Twitter. Thank you. Wrestling fans have seen a few trash matches in WWE history. However, they are rare. The most recent was when Braun Strowman defeated Kalisto on an April 2017 episode of WWE Raw. At WrestleMania 14, WWE debuted its first dumpster match. Some 2 decades prior, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn's New Age Outlaws were defeated by Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie there, and they took home the WWE Tag Team Championships. One must put their opponent inside a dumpster and shut the lid in order to win a dumpster match.